I'm Ross Nicholas, and I'm the owner of Cape Cobra Hire, based in Cape Town, and we are the biggest Cobra rental company in the world. My wife and I acquired the business 6 years ago from the previous owner. Interestingly enough, the previous owner used to work for Fast Eddie Jordan, Jordan Formula One Racing, and he started this business about 25 years ago. Moved to Cape Town, built a car, got sick and tired of people wanting to borrow his Cobra, started charging them, and that's how the business started 25 years ago. I bought my personal Cobra from the previous owner of Cape Cobra Hire, and we stayed in contact, and when he was looking at selling, it fell into my lap and we purchased. When I bought the business, we had 3 cars in the fleet. I always had a figure of 20 in mind, and we scaled the business to a fleet of 20. So we are now the biggest Cobra rental operator in the world. And we are also the cheapest in terms of rates. We are very competitive with our rate options. To take advantage of large groups, corporates, and inbound tourism groups as well, it's panned out very well, happy to say. Is 20 enough? My wife, definitely, she says yes. I have 20, I have access to another 10 private cars, so we don't need all of the cars all of the time, but we do need it when we do groups. But the business is scaled, so going forward, I do imagine that the 20 we're gonna need to scale it up again. And also depending on what we do in terms of expanding the business, we will need more vehicles. So I've got to think about, do I expand or do I diversify? At this point, diversification is probably a little bit more attractive to me because I can sell another experience to the same client as opposed to hooking in more customers. So we are looking at a diversification strategy and an expansion strategy, but the expansion will probably be linked to a different formula. So 20 kind of does it for now. And we use other operators of classic or vintage vehicles when we need more vehicles or motorcycles. And often we do 30, 40 cars out there, a combination of 20, 25 Cobras, vintage, classics and motorcycles, and that's how we are able to hook in the very large groups. So our rental options are we do a self-drive, individual self-drive. You, as Joe off the street, can walk in and we will rent a Cobra to you. You can self-drive. We can also offer you a chauffeur drive if you are a little bit too scared to drive the car. We can send one of our team members with you. So self-drives are a very big part of our business. A very lucrative part of the business are our group rides, where we take 20, 30 cars and we take an inbound tourism group and we take them around the peninsula. Or we do film shoots or fashion shoots or matric balls or proms. Basically anything that you could need a vintage classic car or Cobra for, we can service that need. We've had requests from our existing customers, do you have this and do you have that? So we now have a 911 Porsche, we've got a 944 Porsche, we've got a few classic, we've got a Datsun 280ZX, we've got Sunbeam Alpines, we've got a Jeep Gladiator we're busy with that will go into the fleet shortly. That'll be running an LT1 V8 as well. We have a Firebird in the back that we're busy getting ready as well for the fleet. So we have both the movies and the fashion shoots and the photographic shoots. They have bespoke needs. And then we listen to our clients. Our German clients always want a different experience. They always want something old, something wild, something amazing. And we've got a Willys Jeep as well that we put into the fleet. We hook in other operators that rent vehicles as well, and we will push their cars out through our business as well. So, but we do it in a small scale. Cobras are still my core, and it will remain core. It's just, yeah, the Cobra is amazing. You know, our clients, they love it. They come back here, big smile. They've ticked off an item on the bucket list that they never thought they would be able to. and they come back again. Our repeat business is phenomenal. Our referral business is phenomenal. Every person that goes out there and publishes the pics on social media, we get 3 or 4 bookings that come out of that one referral or one client. So it's a pretty awesome business. In South Africa, we have a few different fabricators, and our fleet consists of mostly BMW suspension vehicles, which are the backdrafts. The earlier vehicles are Shamrocks, which use Jag suspensions. We also have 1 or 2 KCCs, which was Kit Car Center. They built them back in the day as well. We have 1 Venom. Venom was a spin-off of KCC and sort of a transition to the backdraft Cobra, the BMW Ace Cobras. We run American motors in all of our cars. We don't believe we believe in an authentic experience. So we want customers to come in here and kind of feel what it felt like to drive these cars back in the day, even though they are much better built than the cars in the 60s because their braking systems are better, their suspension systems are better. We run an authentic Chevy 5.7 litre V8 in our vehicles, linked to a 3-speed automatic gearbox. And automatic because it's easier to drive, it's much more fun in terms of being able to experience the ride as opposed to fighting a manual gearbox, and it's a lot safer as well. So the automatic gearbox is a really good option on the cars. The 5.7 litre Chevy is proven to be rock solid, very happy with the Chevys. We've got a couple of Fords, but we find the Fords are a lot more difficult to maintain correctly, especially when you have different users and drivers and not driving them properly. So the Chevys have proven to be extremely reliable in that sense. And we link them to a nice big 4-barrel Holly carb. So you've got when you open the bonnet, you see this big air filter, and you see the carb, and you see the branches, and you see the chrome tappet covers, and you get a sense of what it was like to drive these cars back in the day. And that's important to us. You know, it's a very tactile experience. You smell it, you hear it, you feel it, and we get the feedback from the clients as well when they come back. They are blown away. All these modern cars today, they drive themselves. The Cobra you have to drive. So it's really, especially our older customers, they can't get enough of it. You know, they're like, wow, it takes them back to bygone years. The younger guys who are only used to the M3s and the Mercs and the modern cars, we've got to educate them a little bit more. But when they come back, it's like mind blown. They cannot believe just how tactile the whole experience is. And as a result, they want to buy one. So a lot of the time, our customers convert they become owners or wishful owners. Everybody, they get out, they want to buy one. The wives want to buy it for the husbands as a gift because they've had such an amazing time. So it's a pretty awesome little business.